Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again. Time to tackle another part of the lottery, the VC lottery. There have been 10 questions. I've done one so far, and we're getting to the middle of the month here, so let's jump on this. I want to do number 2 and number 3 together. Some of these are, shorter than others, and some of these may take their own video, but this one I think I can do quickly in 2 pieces in one. First question is basically a song that I would have no problem ever hearing again. A song that I'm just tired of. I'm sick of, not want to hear again. So there are a lot of songs, and there's some songs that you hear, and especially on the radio, over and over again, and I'm just like, I'm done with it. Now, the one I'm dealing with, I guess I'm almost sick of the joint effort. Okay, so the song I'm talking about is Queen, and it's "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions." So it frustrates me that they always get played together, and they're not the same song, but people think of them as the same song. I mean, when they were released as a single, the single was "We Are the Champions." The back was "We Will Rock You." So they never played them back to back back in the day. But nowadays you can't get away with that. I'd love to hear a radio station play "We Will Rock You" and be done with it. But no, it's got to go right into that "We Are the Champions." And while they're great songs, they're greatly overplayed, and I just could go with never hearing those two songs together on the radio again. Now, he said it'd be nice to show it if I have it. I have the CD, but the CDs are in a different storage area of the house that I don't want to go pull them out. So it's not something that I pull out. I do not have the vinyl. I would buy the vinyl. I'm not opposed to Queen. It's just those two songs are just so overplayed. So I could go without hearing those, but really I could go without hearing those two together. I'd love to hear some DJ say, I'm playing one song. I'm not playing two songs. But anyway, little pet peeve, little irritation. It's just like, ugh. But anyway, okay, question number 3. And the scenario here, you can watch the video. I'll have a link to the video below. You can check this out. But he basically says you go into his house, you sit down in his chair, he mind zaps you and erases an album of your choice from your memory so that you have no recollection of all of your experiences with that to this day, giving you the ability to relive that first listen, relive that discovery phase of the album. He mentioned, like Pink Floyd. He had a big thing on Pink Floyd in there. And he commented on the video. I said, I'm one of those few people that has never heard a Pink Floyd album in its entirety. I know the songs on the radio, but I've never had or heard a Pink Floyd album from start to finish. I only know the songs on the radio. I have no albums by them. Never gotten into them. Not that I would be opposed to them. It's just one of those bands that was a little before my time and never really cared much for it because I was into the heavier stuff. So he's like, are you kidding me? But anyway, yeah, I've never experienced Dark Side of the Moon. I've never experienced The Wall. Aside from the songs on the radio, that's my extent. So anyway, if I were to sit in this chair and erase that, I would think one album that I think really blew me away when it came out and has lived the longevity in my mind, but of course you get a little burned out on it, and I'd love to go back and experience that, and that's Metropolis 2 by Dream Theater, 1999. So prior to this, they had their first 2 albums, which were, more song-oriented type thing. Everybody knew Pull Me Under and everything. Get kind of tired of that after a while. Then, Fall Into Affinity was kind of a poppier record label, kind of forced them into doing something there, So we had that time frame. And then this came out. This was really one of their first major concept albums. Story. And musically, I think it's like they put it into overdrive and it was taken to the next level. And then from here on out, they just became even more masterful in the way they have done things. So this is where it started though. I remember listening to this album just being like, wow. And then we had the live album. We got to see the live video of them doing this stuff live. And I'm thinking they are just phenomenal. Then I bought the Mike Portnoy drum video that was released. It was a drum, and he was basically playing a lot of the songs from this, in the studio and teaching drum parts. And that's where I learned a lot of the intricate stuff there. So to me, this just became a very pivotal area, a very pivotal time where they went from being just a great band to just being a mind-blowing band. And then to watch them do this stuff in concert and to improvise and the technicality, I just became, enamored with and in awe of their, the talent that they did. Because it just seemed like it really came together with so much of the tracks from this, which have become, a staple still in their show. This album is still, I think, one of the ones that so many people are familiar with. So yeah, for me, I'd love to re-experience that again. I remember listening to this, and I was at a friend's not I was at a friend's house using his equipment to do some work. Um, and I had this going, and he came and he's like, "Well, who is this?" And I said, "Dream Theater." And he's like, "Wow, they sound pretty good." So yeah, it was noticeable just listening to the greatness that was appearing there. So there you go. That'd be the one that I would love to. I'm sure that I could think of others, but that one came to mind immediately as just one of those albums that I still look back to as being just a pivotal point in a band's career and in my love for them. So there you go. Questions number 2 and 3, I'll jump on 4 very soon. For now, I'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.